Awesome. Okay, so we are live over on Instagram and live on Facebook. Welcome to our Happy Highest You live cast. I'm Kim Leskovic, your host, essential oil educator and wellness mentor, yoga teacher, spirituality mentor as well. I'm really passionate about helping people find what it is that truly lights them up in life and has them feeling really good and passionate about teaching and sharing with others. I'm going to pause really quick and shut my window because the traffic's kind of loud right now with the Cubs game. Okay, but yes, please say hi if you are jumping on live with me. Tonight I'm going to be kicking off this little 7-week series that I'm going to be doing, all on the 7 chakras. So for those of you that are new to my channel, new to my page, and new to my story, I got started with essential oils and on my soul discovery path, really in depth by starting with a chakra cleanse. And so I found this through one of my mentors, and it really stood out to me because I was interested in, I really was already doing some in-home yoga for myself just through YouTube videos. And I learned about meditation kind of throughout college, but I really wanted to dive into essential oils and really dive into the soul work and the journaling and digging into my past and kind of seeing what comes up. And so that actually kind of gave me chills saying that because when I signed up for the chakra cleanse and when I started following my mentor that was doing videos, and I actually won a scholarship for the chakra cleanse, but I knew in my heart that even if I didn't win, that I wanted to do it and that I would find a way to make it happen. Because I was someone who was searching for a lot of understanding of myself and a lot of healing, whether that be from just childhood experiences or just healing in my relationships that I was going through currently. And just I was looking for some answers in my future and what I wanted to do and my purpose. And a lot of that is going to be kind of what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. On the root chakra. So I do want to keep this to around 30 minutes. I know I tend to go to an hour with these. So I want to make it like accessible and easy to listen to, whether you're driving or right after dinner and just kind of unwinding. So I'm going to try to keep tabs on the time, but yeah, I think 30 minutes is a good little chat, and maybe leave some room at the end for questions if people hop on here. So yeah, that's a little bit about my story and why I'm so passionate about the chakras. So with this cleanse, we just dove really deep into journaling, meditation, yoga, and all aspects to really dive into each chakra. So with this little series, I kind of just want to give you a little bit of inspiration to learn about chakras and maybe incorporate some of these little habits and techniques that I've learned for my root chakra into your daily lives, because there are just like some simple ways you can activate it and recharge that energy. So for those of you also that are new to chakras, they are the 7 main energy centers within our bodies. We also have different levels of energy centers, but these are the main ones I'm going to be focusing on. I'm actually excited to kind of do some research on those further levels and kind of expand my knowledge on what you can kind of do with the different energy centers within your body. But for tonight's purposes, I'm going to be talking about the first of the 7 main chakra centers or energy centers. And so what these are and what they kind of like resemble in my mind are little like spinning energy balls within like your main center. So the first one that we're talking about is the root chakra. So that is located at the base of your spine. And then we go up to the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, around your belly button, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And so I'll get into those later on with the next 7 weeks, but this one's basically going to be focusing on the base of your spine as well as your legs and your feet. So a lot of times when you hear about yoga or meditation, people start off class, hi Mom, hi Shannon, I see you guys jumping on. People start off the class or the meditation that you're in with find a comfortable position. Maybe that's lying on your back or sitting in a comfortable position on a chair or on the floor or on a bolster. But really what they're trying to get you to do is to find a place to ground your energy and ground yourself. So you really want to, so really focusing, like right now I'm sitting in a chair, but focusing my energy towards the earth to really ground down and get that energy coming up through your energy centers rather than just like all over and out of sorts. And so that is where your root chakra is located. So a lot of times when we're working with this, we want to do poses that have a lot to do with our legs and our feet. So I just did a yoga practice before hopping on here after work, and it was a lot of leg stretches and as well as balancing. So tree pose and mountain pose for you yogis. Those would be really great ones too if you're noticing some of the symptoms that I go through later on. You notice you're kind of excessive or you're deficient with your root chakra. Maybe try incorporating a balance pose, say like after lunch or just like somewhere within your day. It doesn't have to be a whole yoga sequence, but if you can just kind of notice your feelings and just maybe stand in tree pose or just like close your eyes and stand in mountain in the bathroom or somewhere private. I think it would be very, very beneficial, and just to feel that energy coming up through your feet and into your body is really beneficial. And so along with that starting position with yoga and meditation, you also hear a lot of the yogis or yoga teachers say root down to rise up. And it took me a little while to really understand what this meant until you can like feel it in your body and really understand that until we address our lowest chakra, we can't really rise in other areas of our body. And so they say root down to rise up. So they're saying ground through your feet, push through your toes, spread your toes, and really like feel that energy from the earth coming up through your feet and out your crown is what I like to say in my classes. But a little bit of background with the root chakra is that it has a lot to do with the feeling of fear. And so when we feel fear in our lives, when we feel just afraid and lost, and we kind of lose sense of who we are and what we're here to do, I think that has a lot to do with our root as well. So I have some I am statements written down as well, but the root chakra has a lot to do with the saying I am. So that little picture I posted earlier today, we had the root chakra, which is I am. We have the sacral, which is I feel. So really, this one's all about like being and being here and your ability to be here as a person, your right to be here, as well as your right to have things. So I was just kind of reflecting on what I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about. And one thing that really jumped out to me is I feel like I've really established this strong belief that we all really do have a purpose here on earth, and we are all meant to be here to do something that will benefit others. And so I think the more we can like work on that right and knowing that right and sharing that with others, the more we will feel that, and the more we will feel really rooted in this life. And so the one that I'm still working on, because one thing with our chakras too is they can become unbalanced like every day. So it's not like you work on them and it's healed forever. They can become unbalanced, or something can trigger them, or it just means you haven't fully like healed whatever it was that's been coming up. and maybe you thought you did, but it showed up in a different way. And so it's just that process of learning which chakra it is and how you can incorporate some of these things I'll talk about throughout your week and throughout your day. But yeah, one that I'm really working on lately is my right to have, and my right to have nice things in life. Because not only do we have the right to just literally be and to be who we are, but we also have that right to have nice things that we can thrive with, and that we can like work into the other chakras of feeling what we want throughout our life. And so the other little saying I have for the root chakra is, I am safe, secure, and connected. When I wrote this, I thought back to the chakra cleanse, and this is the affirmation that I picked out that most stuck with me, because I was going through a time of kind of juggling jobs and moving to a new city, and also just moving somewhere where I didn't necessarily have a lot of in-person friendships, and I was leaving a lot of like my high school, my college friends, and so that feeling of connectedness no matter what, and our ability to feel that has a lot to do with the root chakra. And so that can be your connectedness to people, like a community, like I said, our friends, our family, but it can also be like the feeling of connectedness to the flow of everyone, like the flow of energy with people just crossing the street and how you interact if you say hi, that feeling of connection to nature, to earth and to the universe. So the root chakra has a lot to do with grounding, like I said. So if we can really immerse ourselves whenever we can in nature, or maybe you just like are walking and you just put your hand on a tree, you can hug it if you want. I know that's a little next level, but even just like taking off your shoes and walking around a park, and like that's called earthing. That's for a later date, but check it out, like research earthing. It's super interesting on the benefits that putting your bare feet in soil or grass or sand can really have, and how it just gives you that much nourishment and energy. So our root chakra comes, kind of forms anywhere from the womb to 12 months. And this can become like excessive, or it can become deficient. And so I've been trying to kind of really dive into the differences of what that means. It's kind of more difficult to explain with like the root chakra versus like for ones that I resonate with, like the throat chakra has a lot to do with like speaking, and maybe you speak to like too much or too little. So that one just kind of clicks for me better. But from what I can tell with the excessive root chakra, is that if you're overeating to compensate for something, or you just feel like you have to keep sleeping. For me, I think I grew up with a pretty excessive root chakra. Like I thought I needed to be eating and nourishing my body a lot. And I think sometimes that led me to become too full or constipated, or show up in other symptoms that an unbalanced root chakra can have. And then a deficient is more of like, so it's more of like fearful, restlessness, spacey, kind of deficient, meaning you need to implement more things, more earthing, more grounding is kind of what I like to think, and recharging. And so when you have that excessive one, it might be that you need to just like relax and stop trying to do, and stop trying to like do so much of like, maybe you're just worrying about food too much. Maybe you're worrying about like getting enough sleep too much. But that excessive like root chakra can have a lot of feelings such as like heavy or sluggish or hoarding and greed. So you can kind of see the similarities between food. Maybe you just really stock up on a lot of food, or you're kind of selfish with your food with your significant others. I know I was that way. and then also just that heaviness and sluggishness. Sometimes I feel like if I sleep too much and I'm kind of avoiding or resisting things by using sleep, I think that sometimes manifests in that heavy, sluggish feeling as well. I hope this is making some sense for you guys. And then, so the goals of having a balanced root chakra, the whole point of having balanced chakras is to feel energized and motivated and just thriving in all aspects of your life. As we go through these, you can kind of see what chakra has to do with which area of your life. Root chakra, I'll go into it a little bit, but it's going to have a lot to do with your foundation of your basic needs, your food, your sleep, your hygiene, your exercise. So that really foundational aspect of your health. And so the goals of having this balanced is to gain more stability in your life, as well as strength physically, and then more feelings of being grounded and prosperity. And so, like I said, it goes into the foundations of your health and your basic needs. So when I think of this, and what I learned through my chakra cleanse course, is that we can balance our root chakra through like root vegetables. So ones that like literally grow in the ground, like carrots, beets, sweet potatoes. Those are all really great choices if you're just kind of feeling like spacey or fearful and flighty. Eat some root vegetables. Those are like a simple way to kind of incorporate some grounding foods into your diet. So what I like to do is I'll just like eat carrots and celery and hummus as like a snack. I also, when I did the chakra cleanse, I would eat like sweet potatoes and put like cinnamon on them for breakfast. And that was a good way to just get those root veggies in. There's also like essential oils. Literally, we have a grounding blend called Balance. And also frankincense is the oil of truth, and really connecting with being here and being who you are and connecting with the universe. And then just I have down like yoga, movement, having a routine practice of moving your body, whether that's like getting outside for fresh air and a walk. You could go on a jog, you could do yoga, but really focusing on energizing those legs is important for your root chakra. So I think that's why I do love like running so much. And for those of you that aren't into that like intensity or just going out for a jog, you can literally, like I said, walk through nature. That would like not only be exercising you on a physical level with your legs and really rooting down through your legs, but it's also getting you out and connecting with nature and that feeling that you are safe and connected with everything around you. And then, so I have movement, nourishment, water, hygiene. So today I was trying to think of like, okay, so what am I doing in my life currently? I'm coming on here to talk to all of you about this. And so I noticed I was way more intentional about my water intake today. So I made sure I was like drinking a lot of water whenever I was feeling kind of fearful or not taking action on what it was I wanted to do. I would like drink some water and just do some different stretches. Like I got home and did yoga, like I said. But yeah, also whenever I'm kind of feeling fearful or that I'm not necessarily taking care of my basic nutritional needs, I notice that I'm not taking my lifelong vitality supplements that doTERRA has. They're actually, their number one selling product is their supplements, an essential oil company, which I think is funny. But ever since a year ago, I've been taking these last July of 2017. And I did it through an essential oil like cleanse that we did with just like supplements. And I went through that cleanse twice this year. I believe it's twice, maybe 3 times. But every time I did it, I just felt that consistency and the power of taking those foundational supplements every day. And so that's something I wrote down here as well for the root chakra, which I think is just super important. One of them's like your vitamins and minerals. One of them's your omegas. The third one's your cellular energy. So just really taking care of yourself from a foundational level of your food, your supplements, your exercise, all has to do with this root chakra and just feeling really supported and stable and rooted in your life. And so if you are kind of interested more, I do want to offer this as well. My mentor that also did the chakra cleanse is also offering a soulful eating workshop for everyone on our essential oil team. So if you're interested in kind of learning more about like these root veggies, these supplements, and having a workshop to kind of help you lay out a plan of action, reach out to me. It's called Soulful Eating, and it's going to be really, really amazing. And I think it's just super important to find a program like this where it just embodies like the whole holistic lifestyle of mind, body, spirit. I think it can really ease some of the pressure we put on ourselves, as well as teach us like ways to take care of ourselves that we might not have known before. And maybe we were focused on one aspect like way too much, and maybe we kind of needed that overall perspective to really enhance our vitality and enhance how we thrive within our day. And so lastly, I wrote down, I think we're working on 20 minutes here, just avoiding our root chakra. So avoiding our base, our foundation, incorporating these veggies, doing these little things like sleep and exercise, will be like, it will keep coming up as you try to work through the other chakras. So I know that when I first did the chakra cleanse, I've done it twice now, going to be a third time when it gets released again. But the first time was different than the second time of what came up, but also some stuff that I wasn't willing to dig deeper on, that I wasn't ready to kind of heal through and work through. Those have definitely shown up later on. So even like working with my coach, I've noticed because I might have like skipped some things in my past, like healing and soul work. I mean, like I said, you work through these your whole life, but because I might have not addressed it on a deeper level that it needed to be addressed, it did show up again later on. So not only am I dealing with some on like the sacral, the second chakra, as well as the solar plexus, but I'm also going all the way back to fear and addressing what I'm actually fearful about. So then I can work up and work with those other emotions associated with the other chakras involved. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I did want to give you some other options. I know I mentioned oils, yoga poses, but I also wanted to give you some reference into crystals if you're interested in other forms of kind of like spiritual energy work. I did look up a couple that I have for the root chakra specifically, and then ones that I just kind of intuitively like to use whenever I'm feeling out of whack in any of my chakra energy centers. But the first one is black obsidian. I'm getting new to sharing crystals online, but I'm excited. So I actually got a whole set of chakra stones. So this was the one for the root chakra, which is black obsidian. It's literally just a dark black stone. The glare kind of makes it look like it has some lighting, but it's just pure black. So what you can do is if you're into meditating, if you're into yoga, you could literally just have this be like your focal point on your mat, and just having that energy drop throughout your practice. Or you can meditate with this. So you can set it like near the base of your spine. Maybe you set it on your legs or on your foot. Our feet are really powerful with that grounding energy as well. And then the next one is, let me look it. I'm going to say it. Oh, I have it right here. Carnelian. So it looks like this. It's like a reddish. And the reason I associated this with the root chakra is because it is red, one, and it has a lot of grounding properties to it. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for joining. So I encourage you after this little live cast to kind of, if you're interested in crystals, look up these names. So again, we have black obsidian, we have carnelian, and then we have tiger's eye. So I took this off a necklace I have, But I bought this necklace because it has a lot to do with confidence and strength and totally like root chakra energy. So again, you can like wear these, you can wear oils throughout your day to really support you and just in your root chakra. I love to put Balance Blend on my feet every morning, and then like wearing something like this throughout your day, or wearing like a little diffuser necklace with oils on it that I talked about would be a really great option as well, just to kind of get those aromatic benefits throughout your day too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little live cast. I think I kept it under 30 minutes. Do you guys have any questions about the root chakra? Another book you can kind of reference if you're interested in learning more about the chakras. One more crystal that I forgot to mention is selenite. So selenite is my go-to just because I'm so new to crystals. It's like I learned that it's like the most like positive, high vibe crystals. So just having this anywhere in your home, or like I said, meditating it with it over your root chakra area would be really great as well. So a lot of just positive energy, and yeah, feel free to look a little bit more into those as well. And then the book I was going to mention is Eastern Body, Western Mind. So this is a really great, it dives into like each chakra, your history, like traumas associated with it, how to heal it. Very beneficial, and kind of just helps us understand what the chakras are, what it might look like. I'm getting a bunch of emotions. I don't know who from, but I see a flower, a mad face, all these things. That's great, guys. Okay, thanks so much for joining. But I'm going to hop off, and I will see you next time, next Tuesday. I can't decide. It's going to be next Tuesday for sure, but I might try this new thing where I wake up before my day starts and hop on live with you guys, so I'm not coming home kind of just trying to find some time for this at night. I might see how the morning goes and play around at that time, but I will definitely make an announcement, let you guys know. Next Tuesday for sure, all on the sacral chakra. Follow my Instagram stories, follow my Facebook page, and you will get the insight on what time that will be. And thanks for joining. Love you guys. Have a great night.